We're progressing on our recording. All right. So I won't see you on Monday. So happy Valentine's Day a little bit early. And happy Friday too. Fridays are one of my favorite days of the week, Thursdays and Fridays. So, excuse me, our quotation thought for the day, or however long you want to focus on it, is by, now this looks like a Chinese or Japanese name, Chuang Tzu. It's spelled T-Z-U. So it's a little paragraph. Men cannot see their reflection in running water, but only in still water. Only that which is itself still can still the seekers of stillness. If water derives lucidity from stillness, how much more the faculties of the mind of the sage, being in repose, becomes the mirror of the universe. So it talks about stillness and mirrors. Excuse me. So I just thought, you know, when you think of water like a lake, and when it's still and it reflects the scenery around it, that's often a metaphor for the mind, the still mind. And as our world gets busier and busier, I think it takes a little extra effort or attention, maybe not effort. Excuse me, I'm sorry. To maintain that stillness of mind. So we'll just work with that a little bit this morning, and we're going to have a good workout, but I think that also helps to release from the body and to set the stage for that serene lake of stillness. So we'll start with centering. We will do the Tai Chi rising once we stand up, just because it's so good and it moves the energy in the pranic tube and hence the body and the mind to ground and center. So starting with a lift in the spine, creating space and releasing anything in between the spaces that might be stuck there. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Let go of the weak, any concerns or burden. Allow your mind to empty out here a little bit. Draw your attention to your breath, noticing it, noticing how it's flowing, the pace and pattern. As we intend to become more still, sometimes our thoughts will just rush in. And if that happens, it's pretty natural. So just let it pass on through like a stream, a flow, passing by a river, passing by. Check in with your body, any physical sensations you feel, and just make some moves to check in on yourself. Are you tight somewhere? You have pain? Are you pain free? And just for a moment, Bu Mudra, taking index and second finger and just placing them on the mat. Release through your fingertips. Become aware of the earth beneath you, beneath your fingers, beneath your hips and legs. Notice the earth is a high percentage of water, but if you go into a cave, have you ever gone into a cave and just listened and felt? It's very still, cool and still. And then just open your hands, turn your palms up and breathe a deep breath. And breathe out, attuning to our breath, moving with the breath. So your breath becomes like waves in and out, especially if you're using your Ujjayi breath, the ocean sounding breath. A couple more rounds. Last round. And then as you lower your arms, start to circle in your shoulders. Just bring them forward, breathe up, back, and breathe out as you take them down. Slow, large circles, moving with your breath. And reverse. All right. Just rest your palms on your legs or in your lap, and then lengthen in your spine. Reach up through your crown. And then turn your head to one side. Breathe as you come to center. Breathe out as you go to the other side. Breathe to center, to the side. Breathe and to the side. And come back to center. Lower your chin down. Just let your head relax forward. Relax your shoulders. Hold on to your knees and lift your chin. Reach, stretch your chin up towards the ceiling. Stretch the front of your body upwards. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. And come to center, taking a breath. Breathe out as you lower your chin down once again, and just let your upper back round forward. Feel the sensations in your spinal column. And lift back up. Breathe your chin up. The front of your body up. And come to center. Breathe. Breathe out as you lower down. Now take the rounding in your back a little deeper. Bring your head a little more towards the floor. And then draw your tailbone down to the mat. Roll up in your body. Hold on to your knees. Breathe up in front of your body, down in the back. And again, round out. Exhale. Round forward and see if you can go as far as you can. Maybe even head touching the floor. Feel your hips. And roll back up. Hold on to your knees. Lift your chin. Breathe. Take in a little arch in your back. Draw your shoulder blades down. And back to center. Now just bring your right hand onto your left knee and scoop your left arm out and breathe as you lift up. And a diagonal arch in your back, reaching back, open the shoulder, take it back. Reach your arm forward, bring it down to the floor, stretch forward, feel the stretch in your waist and hip on your right side. And again, scoop it forward, press down in your hips, lift your arm up, reach. And use your hand on your left knee for leverage, pull around into a twist. Look over your shoulder, or if your eyes are closed, Just bring your chin towards your shoulder. Remember to lift more and more in your twist. Expand your ribs for your breath. Press down in your sitting bones and breathe your left arm up next to your ear. You're still twisted. Just lifting that arm and then unwind. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Just lean back for a moment and switch your feet. Bring the other foot in front. Holding onto your knee, scoop your right arm out. Reach up and back. Feel that stretch on the diagonal. Press down in your legs and hips. Reach up through your spinal column and your fingertips. And come forward now, bringing your hand down towards the floor, stretching out on the diagonal. Keep your hips down on the floor, just round forward. Notice if there's any pain or tightness, any sensation here. And still holding on to your right knee, scoop forward with your right arm, breathe it up and back. Reach up in your spine. And then draw around to your twist, bringing your arm down. Use your arms to hold your twist, letting your spine, your ribs, all your muscles in your torso relax into the twist. Press down in your hips and breathe as you lift your arm up to your ear. And unwind, coming to center. And stretch your legs out, shake out your knees. Give them a little massage if you want to, after being folded for a while. And some windshield wipers and circles with your ankles. Okay, just lifting tall. Breathe your arms up overhead. Press your legs against the mat, flex your feet, and just a reach forward, hinge forward. It may feel tight because this is the first we've bent forward unless you started early. But let the weight of your body bring you down as you relax, as your muscles release.
especially your hamstrings, the backs of your knees. Now scoop your fingertips forward, reach out, breathe and lift up. And bring your arms down behind you. Point your toes and just arch in your back, lift your heart up to the sky. Your head can remain forward, or you can lift your chin and take your head back. And then flex your feet, come forward, breathe, arms up overhead, reach, and hinge forward. Once again in your hips, reach out, lead with your chest. Breathe your deep breaths as you keep reaching on the inhale, relaxing on the exhale. Press your legs into the mat and scoop your fingertips forward. Breathe and lift up. Use your arms to lift you. And bringing them down behind you. Point your toes. This time we'll actually go into the inclined plane. So press up, lifting your hips up, reach. And lower your hips down for just a moment. Check out your shoulders and arms, shoulder blades, and then point your toes and breathe another deep breath. And press hips up. This time, bring your left knee in towards your chest and switch legs. Bring the other leg in. Lift your hips up. Reach, 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 up, up, up. And allow yourself down. And see how your triceps feel now this morning. We're going to stretch those out in a little bit as a counter pose. So just coming around onto hands and knees. And step your feet back into a plank. Take in your breath. And bring your left knee just outside your left elbow. Now bring your knee to center in between your arms and press up. Bring your nose down to your knee to your nose. And then reach that leg back and lift up into three-legged dog. And bend your knee, bring it back outside your elbow. Bring it into center, breathe. And head to knee, lift. And take the leg back and lift it up into three-legged. Bring your shoulders down. Reach that leg up. And one more. Bring your knee over to your elbow. Into center. Knee to nose. Hold, breathe. And stretch the leg out and up into three-legged. Bend your knee. Keep your shoulders where they are, but open the hip, lift the hip, the knee. Keep lifting. And bring it down. Let your knees down. Toes are turned under. Just walk your hands back, sit on your heels, and circle around in your wrists or shake them out. Bring some energy down into your fingers. Increase the circulation. Stretch your arms out and turn your knuckles under. A counter pose for your wrists. And here's my feline assistant. Okay, bringing your hands forward, and we'll repeat that on the other side. Come into plank, spread your fingers out wide and press the inside of your knuckles more firmly than the rest of your hand. Oh, she's gonna do it too, huh? Yeah. Come into your plank. Now take your right knee outside your right elbow. Bring it into center. Knee to nose. And stretch your leg back and up into three-legged. Reach. Shoulders come down. And bend your knee. Come forward. Bring your knee to your elbow once again. Center. Lift knee to nose. And leg back. Reach it up, three-legged. And bend your knee. Come forward. Knee to elbow. Center. Knee to nose. Hold here. Keep breathing. And leg out and up. Three-legged. Bend that knee and open the hip. Keep lifting the knee, the hip. Shoulders are forward. Facing the floor. And then bring your knee down, both knees onto the mat. Pull back into a puppy stretch. Pull all the way back into child's pose. Bring your arms around so your thumbs are by your ankles. Relax your arms. Breathe. All right. And lift up. Come up into standing. And bring your palms over your abdomen. Feet are slightly separated. This is our Tai Chi rising. Take in your breath. Breathe out, palms down, bend your knees. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the earth now for our highest good. Reach up. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the heavenly forces now for our highest good. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the earth now for our highest good. Feel the energy in your pranic tube flowing up and down. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the heavenly forces now for my highest good, for our highest good. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the earth now for our highest good. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the heavenly forces now for our highest good. I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the earth now for our highest good. Last time, I call forth the unconditional love, light, and power of the heavenly forces now for our highest good. And just bring your hands into your heart, your chest, or wherever you feel is appropriate for you in this moment. Allow that energy to flow in through your crown, down into the earth, from the earth and back up and out your crown. The energy in your pranic tube flows both directions in a spiral. All right, and release your arms, shake them out, separate your feet for a standing twist, and just start to circle around. Loosen up, shake it all off. And back to center. Okay, so from here, come forward on your mat to the front edge, and we'll step back into Warrior One. Take your left leg back. See if I can manage this here without getting clawed. Breathing, arms up overhead. Bend your right elbow. Take a hold of it, pull it in. And a little stretch over to your left, stretching that triceps muscle. Come back to center, arms up. Deepen your pose. Lift up and back. And bring palms together. Pull back in the front leg, inhale, and step it in. All right. And other leg back.
Breathe, arms up overhead. Reach. Now bend your left arm. Take hold of the elbow, pull it in, and come over to your right. Stretching that arm. Back to center, reach up. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. Lift up and back. Open the chest, the heart, your solar plexus open. Let that light shine. Throat chakra, crown. Come back to center. Pull back in the front leg. Inhale. Step it in. Checking for where my cat went. Okay. And bring palms together. All right. A few shoulder rolls just to loosen up. All right. Now for our hips, take your resistance band or your strap, whatever you're using. Actually, if you need a drink of water here before we start this part of it, I know that's what I need, but I have my heater on. Okay. So place your foot on the strap. Feet are even, just slightly apart. Just going to lift up using our arms. For now, press up. And pull up. Okay, other foot. We'll switch. Okay, ready? And press down in that foot, lift up. Lift. Lift. One more. Lift. And release. And switch to the other foot. Now we're going to hold the strap in one hand. Bring your other hand onto your hip. So left foot, right hand on your hip. Taking a breath. As you breathe out, shift the weight over onto the right leg and just take the left leg out to the side. Breathe, shift, take it out, try to control it. Breathe, breathe out, shift. Pull it up to the side. Breathe, shift, up and down. Shift, out to the side. Okay, other leg. And both ends of the strap in one hand, so in your right hand. Feet parallel. Left hand on your hip. Breathe. Shift the weight over onto your left foot. Pull on the strap. Take the leg out to the side, just straight out. Breathe. Shift. Lift. And over. Breathe. Shift. Take it out. Hold it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Up, up, and down. Breathe. Shift. Over. And down. Okay. Now release the strap for now. Bring both hands on your hips, feet parallel, just Tadasana with hands on the hips. Breathe. Shift the weight over onto your right leg. Take the left leg out to the side. Just lift. Notice what muscles you're using and where you feel it, both sides. Lift and come down. Breathe. It's the same thing, just without the strap. But we want to hold it out, out, out as much as you can. Really press down in the supporting foot, leg, and come back. Other side. Breathe. Shift the weight. I better move over here. And take it out. Lift. Use control for this part. And come down. Breathe. Shift. Over. Lift. And down. Good. Now, just for fun, we did this, I think, Wednesday night. So it's probably already recorded. But come back with your strap. Bring the strap behind your left foot. Crisscross the strap in front. Keep it down by your ankle if you can. Bring it around behind you. Both ends in one hand. Okay, so we're preparing for dancer's pose using the strap to pull the back leg up. So if you feel you want to be near the wall so that you can use that as a catch, you can do that. But for now, if you're not using the wall, just bring your right arm up next to your ear and press back in that shoulder. Hold that. That's going to be the top part of your fulcrum. Breathe. Shift the weight over onto your right foot and bring that left leg back. Bring the strap up behind you. And if you can, focus on a spot, bring it up and reach for it and bring your leg up using the strap. Okay, does that work for you? Can you manage that? It's hard to see you. But keep that arm pressing back. Shift the weight. Focus on a spot that really helps. Bring it up. And bring your arms up. It's not important about how high you get your leg. We just want your arms to open up, because when you actually get to doing your dancer's pose, where you're holding your leg, that's where your arms will be. So we want to get used to that. All right, I think mine's getting tired because I was doing these last night. So let's switch legs. Foot in front of the strap. Crisscross, wrap it around. Bring the strap around behind you. Hold both ends with one hand. Feet parallel. Breathe your left arm up. Reach, press back. Breathe again. Shift the weight over onto your left foot. Focus on a spot and bring your leg up behind you. Arms up. Pull your leg up. Hold, 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 hold. Hold and let it down. Ready? Breathe the arm up. Press back. Breathe again. Shift the weight. Focus on your spot. Use the strap to pull your leg up. Third time's a charm. Well, the first one was okay. Pull it up, 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 and let it down. All right. Release your strap, let it go. All right, now, pigeon. Dancer and pigeon's very similar, but just bring your left leg forward. We'll start with the left today. Align your hips so that they're facing forward. See how it feels in your hips after doing the work with the strap, the resistance band. Lift up in your torso. Lift up. Now, dolphin breaths. Start with an inhale. Start to breathe out, bringing chin to your chest and roll down, nose down towards your leg. Slide it out in a circle forward. Come up, breathe. Chin to chest. Exhale down. Scoop it out. Lift. One more. Breathe out as you lower down. Now stay here. Bring your arms forward. Relax in that hip. Now, for a moment here, I want you to, if you would, imagine that serene, smooth lake. And just imagine you're laying on the ground facing the edge of the lake and look down and see your face like in the mirror. Notice how still the lake is. Allow your mind to become still.
like that water. And take that stillness from your third eye where you're visualizing it, down your pranic tube, down to your hips, and down to wherever you feel the stretch. And relax and become still in your hip. And then lift back up. We're just going to swing the back leg around. Take the front leg back so your left leg will be back. See how this side feels. You just want to work with whatever our hips will allow. Working towards hips pointing forward, our hip bones pointing forward. So we're bringing this back hip forward, reaching back with the back foot. Lift in the torso, press up. And our dolphin breaths now. Start with your deep breath. Chin to chest. Curl down towards your leg. Slide your nose out, circling up. Breathe. And repeat. Notice as you come down how that hip feels. Continually allow it to relax. And last time, lower down, just like we did before, as though you're at the edge of the lake. There we go. Technology today, huh? So we're on the second side. We did our dolphin breaths and we're down, looking into the reflection in the lake, the stillness of the lake. Notice the sensations in your hips. Now, starting with that reflection, that scene of still water, the serene lake, bring that image down, that stillness from the lake, bring it down the pranic tube, impacting all of your chakras, coming down and bring it to the hip where you feel the sensations in your hip. Bring that stillness into your hip. Let it relax. Relax your shoulders too. All right, now we'll press up. Unless you don't feel complete, if you feel complete, you can lift up and bring the back leg around to the front. If you need your socks for Shavasana, then you can prepare now. And then separate your feet,
Stretch your legs out and roll down. Use your abdominal muscles to round your back down. Arms at the sides, palms up. Bring your elbows forward a little bit and then let them bend slightly so that your shoulders can relax down with your shoulder blades rolled under. Now keep that image of the serene lake in your mind. Just for today, hold that image in your mind. The image of the still lake. Maybe there's a mountain behind it or several. But focus on that stillness, not even a ripple in the water, completely still. Now still focus on the stillness in your body and your mind without disturbing yourself too much. Lift your knees up to your chest, pull them in, and then come over to one side and up into sitting with eyes closed, hands in Jnana mudra, just index finger and thumb together. See your mind still, just like the lake. Nothing else here, just stillness. Now we've been holding our hands in mudra to seal in the benefits of this stillness, the memory of it, so we can come to this place at any time. And now bring palms together over your heart center. May your mind remain still, like the serene lake, setting you free. Enjoy the stillness. Namaste.
Thank you, Michelle. That was very nice. I like the hip work.
You're welcome.